What is going on, guys? My name is Morgan, and welcome back to another video. So today we are doing something different. Today we are doing love languages in the Owl House, and today I am joined by We Last Reacts, aka Mosco. Mosco, introduce yourself for those that don't know you.
Hi everybody, yes, so I do effectively what Morgan does. I do reaction content on YouTube under the premise of We Last Reacts, and I go on the internet by so many names. Mosco, Wee Lass, Wee Scottish Lass, Lethan. There's a lot of names in there, but you can also just call me Tabby. So feel free to call me whatever you want, because I'll probably answer to anything at this point.
All right, so Mosco's stuff will be in the description below. If you want to follow her, check out our social medias, things like that, as well as her channel. So today's video, the idea was actually presented by Mosco because I couldn't think of anything. So I did some research for this one because I've never even heard of love languages before. Do you want to give them a rundown of what a love language is? Or
I absolutely will. That's not a problem at all. So there are
Thank you for saving me. Thank you.
There are 5 love languages, and it's different for every person. Everybody will have a preference, and for some people it could be a mix mash of all of them. And a love language is how you communicate with the people around you. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in a romantic way. It could be friends, family, that kind of thing. So it's how you show you care and how you allow others to show that they care for you. So your love languages are words of affirmation, which is saying nice things. So it could be compliments or saying I love you or that kind of thing. That falls under words of affirmation. You have physical touch, says what it does on the tin, quite a touchy person, enjoy cuddles, that kind of thing. Then you have I will remember them. It's
acts of service.
Yeah. Acts of service. Acts of service is effectively when you would do something nice for that person. So like if you know that your significant other or somebody close to you needs like a wall painted, you just go and do it for them, and that's like your way showing that you care. Then you have quality time, which is spending quality time with that person. No phones, no other third wheels, no nothing like that, just you and that person spending time doing whatever you enjoy. So it was words of affirmation, physical. What's the last one am I forgetting? Gifts. That's the one that I hear the least for. That's why it's the one that I always forget. And gift giving, it could be in small or big ways. It just means that you think about your partner, you like buying them gifts, or maybe you like getting gifts bought for you. And that could be something as simple as like when your partner or family member goes out to get the local grocery shopping, they pick you up like your favorite chocolate or something. It could be something that small.
Thank you so much for explaining that.
I'm so glad you had the list, because I would have farted at a point. So
I told you I was gonna make a list because I didn't trust myself to remember.
A list and checking it twice.
Oh God, now I'm Santa Claus. Great, I'm so jolly. All right, so we were gonna start off the video saying our own love language, I believe, just to get like a better personality read on both of us.
Yeah.
So
what is yours? I'm curious. Oh no, okay.
I said you were my guest. Chivalry is not dead with the lesbians. So ladies first, please.
Mine's is definitely acts of service. That's definitely the one that I both like giving and receiving. So that to me is like, if something is bothering a partner or somebody close to me, I will go and do the thing that needs done. Like I go do the thing. That's me. That's what I would do. What about you?
I don't know. There's not like specifically one. Like there's just a little bit of the 2 of them. Absolutely not. Like please don't touch me and please don't give me gifts.
Giving gifts can feel so awkward. Yeah.
Especially if someone's not going to tell me they're going to touch me, even if they're my family. Like I will punch you in the throat if you sneak up on me. Like, you know?
That's fair enough. Yeah.
But words of affirmation, I constantly need affirmation in my day-to-day life. Mosco can tell you this.
Yeah, I was going to say, that seems to be a strong one for you, because I've noticed that you respond very positively whenever it's words of affirmation. So yeah, I can see that being a big one for you.
Quality time is a big one for me. I just like getting to know people, especially people I care about. Like I like learning new things about people all the time, especially when it's one-on-one and there aren't distractions. And then acts of service. Mostly I like performing acts of service for other people to like show that I care for them. So mine's like a mix. I don't know. I've never really looked into it until today. So,
and a lot of people would probably will be a mix. Perfect.
So I don't feel as weird now.
Oh, good.
So we've got a list of Owl House characters, which by the way, we did a collab on Mosco's channel. So go check out that collab. It was another Owl House video where we did questions and we matched them up to random characters and we answered them. So I have that leftover list here of the different characters, and we're just going to go through.
She forgot Amity. She forgot Amity off the list.
Don't Excuse me, they're gonna cancel me. The subscribers are dropping by the second now.
They sent me the list. They're like, have I got everybody? Have I got all the names that you want on your video? And I looked at the list and I was like, where's Amity?
I explained myself in her video. Go look at her video to see why I forgot, okay? I'm not doing it again.
So good.
So we're just going to work our way down the list. And if we think we can determine someone's love language, we're going to cover it and we're going to discuss it, things like that. So the first person on this list, the number one person in the show, everyone's favorite, Luz Noceda. So Mosco, do you want to take this with what you think her love language or love languages are?
Yes, I think Luz has got similar vibes to what she gives to other people as to what she likes to get herself. And I actually think one of her main ones is physical touch. She strikes me as a hugger, as a person that likes to be very close to the people that she cares about. And that could be like, you see her hugging Willow and Gus all the time. She hugs Amity. Even when her and Amity weren't exactly close at the point, like she still grabs Amity in for hugs and things. So I could see one of her major ones being physical touch.
Oh, definitely. And I just find it crazy how she's kind of spread that to other people, like with Eda.
Yes.
Like she got Eda used to physical touch, and I just think that's so freaking sweet.
It's so cute.
I totally agree with that. Like she's a very physical person, and like at first you're like, does she know boundaries? Because she like literally gets up in everyone's space. And so like physical touch is a big one. I also think acts of service, because she's constantly sacrificing her own well-being to prove to other people that she cares about them. Or Mosco, I don't know if you've seen it. I recommend a video. It's called A Psychoanalysis of Luz Noceda.
Okay.
Changed my complete perspective of Luz. It constantly goes into how she's sacrificing her own well-being to make things right and to prove she cares to her friends and family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's another big one for Luz.
You can see that as an example in the episodes where she got Amity's job taken off her, and then she goes and she gets it back by doing loads of stuff off screen that we don't get to see, but we just see the state of her when she shows up at Amity's door with her little staff card again and apologises. So absolutely, I would agree acts of service is another one for her.
She kind of also needs words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Because she constantly thinks she's like the problem of something, and she needs to constantly be told like you're not the problem, and that's like reassuring to her. I'm doing this right. Is this?
You are. You are. I guess I'm sitting here thinking that's an interesting one for Luz, because we've seen several times now where she remembers words incorrectly. So the things that people say end up being worse in her mind than they actually were. So it's a really interesting one to think about from that perspective.
Yeah, that just proves how like much of a developed character she is, where she doesn't just fit into one of these things.
Yes.
So, all right. Yeah. Is there anything you want to add to that, or
no? I think those work for her.
Okay, perfect. Okay, the next, Mosco's favorite, Eda.
Yes. My queen. Yes. Okay.
Bow down.
It's an interesting one. Wait a minute, I'm going to wait for my camera to focus again. There we go. It's an interesting one. So for Eda, she's not a physical touch person. She is now, but she wasn't when we first met her. I don't really see her bothering too much about words of affirmation either. So I could see her being a bit more of an acts of service type person, or quality time. I think her main one is probably quality time. And I think we see that in the flashbacks of her and Raine spending a lot of quality time together in the meadow and things.
I totally agree. Especially when you said quality time, I thought of in For the Future, she literally just spends time around Raine, even though they can't speak or move or have any form of consciousness. She just likes to be around them. So that just really makes me think like quality time about everything else must be Eda's, because she just loves spending time around the people she cares about. Even her sister, who they have obviously bad history because of the curse. But
quality time is also the thing that she runs from when she's got a strained relationship. We notice it that way too. Like her father, she didn't want to be in his proximity at all. She kept running away from that. So I think she puts a lot of importance on spending quality time with people, either positively or negatively.
Yes, exactly. I totally agree. I would say the gifts, kind of, because she tries to give people things when she can, Like she gave Luz the Palstrom wood.
Yes. Yeah.
I think
that could also be an act of service. I was going to say that could fall under act of service that as well. Even though it is a gift, she went out of her way to get the wood, and you know, I mean, they had to break in, and then yeah. So that could fall under acts of service as well, especially because it was something that would end up benefiting Luz.
Yes, exactly. Might be it.
I think so. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have the King of Demons himself, King, or the Titan himself, King. Spoiler alert.
I was going to say, I think his is quality time too.
It's true.
Just like whenever Luz was going off with her friends and he was feeling left behind, like you can tell that spending time with her is absolutely what he loves the most with the people around him.
I'd say also gifts is a big thing, because especially in the first season, he loved getting gifts.
Yes.
He didn't so much give them, but he loved getting them.
Yes.
Even if they were from complete strangers.
His offerings.
His swag coven merch.
Yeah. His cupcake.
Look, we don't talk about the cupcake incident. Yeah, he's not much of a physical touch person.
He actually became a bit more of a physical touch. You could probably argue the point for that one, because at first, I think it depends on how close he is to the person, because you see him like try and lean away from Luz when she first scoops him up and hugs him, and he's like trying to get distance between the two of them. But then he goes from that to like clinging onto Lucy's leg and stuff when he starts getting really upset about things. So I could see, you could argue the case for physical touch with King.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking about season 1 King, like especially the first episode where he's like, "Get this monster away from me," and like pushing her away. I would say words of affirmation doesn't apply to him, because he just kind of lives in his own world.
Unless the words are like bowing to him and giving him like exactly what he wants. But yeah, I feel like a lot of King's stuff has shifted now, hasn't it? It'll be interesting to see if we still have the same thoughts about King at the end of season 3 when we see his full character arc.
Yeah, that's true. We might have to make an updated version of this. Depending on how this last episode goes. We'll see if I can make it through without crying just talking about it.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
No, it's not. Mosco knows how sensitive I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one we have is Camila. The best mother out there.
I love her so much.
I know. She's the best.
Right, I'm gonna say gifts. But like homemade gifts from her kids is kind of like where my mind first went. Like, and even thinking about her and her husband, like they were into cosplay and stuff like that, right? We saw the boxes in the cupboard. So I could see like homemade gifts like that being a big deal to her. And like, just, I mean, we also had like, she had beside her bed, she had the framed thing of like the snake skin that Luz picked up at the park. And I'm like, anything that Luz would make like that, I could see her keeping for nostalgia purposes. I think that's one.
Definitely. In terms of her receiving, physical touch seems to be a big one, especially with Luz.
I think she likes performing acts of service. She strikes me as an acts of service person.
I was about to say, I feel like she gives, like, what she gives out as a love language is more than what she receives as a love language. Yeah. If that makes sense. Like, I think more of these apply to her in terms of giving.
Yeah.
We saw in the last episode, she was telling Luz, like, nothing's wrong with you. It was my fault. And like, you know, you're a beautiful, I forget what she said.
What made me cry?
I know. But she was basically like giving her compliments and saying like, I was the one that messed up. Nothing is wrong with you. Like, Tammy, if you cry, I'm gonna cry. Okay, don't cry.
No, we're fine. We're okay. Yeah, I could see, but to be fair, I think she could also do with getting a little bit of that to herself. Like, somebody needs to just tell her straight up she's a good mother. I feel like
the fandom will tell her.
Yeah. I feel like she needs that. Whether or not it's her actual love language, I don't know. I just feel like that's something she needs in her life.
The day we can break the fourth wall and tell her directly that she's the best mother out there will be perfect. Acts of service are a big one for her. She's constantly buying these kids she just met clothes, food, giving them a place to stay. So I feel like that's how she shows she cares, is by constantly giving, you know, these kids she's never met before from a different universe, like literally all she can, and it's just another thing that makes her just so great.
Yep. Taking in V as well could be seen as an act of service too.
When she said, "Who knew I had such a strong girl living under my roof this whole time?" I was like, Camila!
I died. I know, I died. I was like, yes. So I agree with that. Actually, she gives out really good affirmations, words of affirmation. Like that right there is that, and what you were saying about Lucy's speech. Like, she's very good at giving that out. She's really good at it.
God, we need more moms like Camila. Okay.
We do.
Okay, next up is Hunter.
Poor guy.
I know. He
words
needs
of
more
affirmation. I was going to say words of affirmation and physical touch. Just give that boy all of it.
Oh my God, especially if it's physical touch from Willow. That will make him so happy. That'll make him so happy. Like,
his reaction when she held his hand.
I know.
No, it was more like a pinky, but yeah, it was so cute. But also how he responds to her words of affirmation and things as well. Like, I think she complimented this sort of cosplay he put together at a point as well, and he blushed and he looked really happy and pleased with that too. So I feel like that's a big one for him.
And I feel like especially growing up with Bellows, he was constantly told he did things wrong or didn't do them a correct way. So I think it means a lot to him when people are, you know, reassuring him that he is doing okay and that, you know, you are not the problem. You are fine the way you are, stuff like that. So the poor thing just needs all the love, and he needs a hug. He needs all the hugs.
Give him all the love languages.
I know, he needs all of these, like
all of them.
Give him some gifts, give him some quality time, because the boy has been what's that word? Isolated his entire life.
Neglected.
And abused. Like, I just feel so bad for him. I can't
would
help but
take
feel
him
awful.
in. I would adopt him. I'm so glad he got, like, Camila got her hands on him so that he could see what a functioning, proper parent should act like. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I was even happy after any sport in a storm, when Darius kind of like took him under his wing after that, it seems. So I was just happy he had like this was obviously before Camila, but I was just glad he had somebody that was looking out for him.
Yeah.
So next on our list is Gus.
Gus is an interesting one. He's a hard one, actually.
Thinking face the...
Maybe acts of service. I'm thinking like he always, anytime Luce gets herself into mischief and needs her friends, he's always there to help. Like, he's never said, no, I don't want to do something. So, like, I mean, obviously he's very young, so I'm sort of basing his love language off of how he is with his friends, since that's the relationships we've seen him mostly with. So I would say acts of service for other people. For he himself, what he likes, maybe words of affirmation, but I don't really have any solid evidence as to why that's striking me.
Well, the words of affirmation thing, like, that's what I originally thought was, if you remember in Labyrinth Runners, he's having the whole, like, crisis of thinking, like, he's dumb, he's not good enough, he keeps getting tricked and falling for things, and Hunter's the one to give him the words of affirmation. I forget exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Oh, people are screaming at us in the comments.
I'm not pretending to be some kind of Owl House expert here, so definitely feel free to scream at me in the comments, because I have only watched everything through for the reaction. So,
well, you were also on a time crunch, so no one can blame
you. That too. Yeah, that too. I've not had as much time to digest everything.
So, leave a comment down below and remind us of exactly what Hunter said as, like, the words of affirmation, because we just can't think of it right now, and we don't have the time to look it up. He helps people out. He did the same thing with Willow when it was revealed for the future that she thought she had to be strong, and he's like, no, strong people can, like, have emotions too, or, like, rely on other people. So, like, he did the words of affirmation there. So I think that's another big one for him. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a good one for him. Next, we have Willow. I love Willow. I know. Words of affirmation, I feel like, is important for her too. And I'm not just piggybacking off of the back of Gus there. I genuinely think that's important to her, because we see, like, the whole how negative words affect her, like the half a witch and being made fun of and this and that. So being told she's good, being told she's powerful, being told that she's needed, I think is massively important for her. Exactly. Especially, like, I feel like a lot of people can relate when you've been bullied, you need the words of affirmation that tell you the exact opposite of what you were told.
Yeah.
And she also gives like words of encouragement, you know, with her friends, encouraging them to, you know, try and do the right thing, or encouraging them that they're doing the right thing, or that they're trying their best, things like that.
Yeah.
So she gives it as well as like receives it. Like that's what she needs. She kind of gives what she needs, kind of deal. Kind of acts of service too, because whenever Luz gets in trouble, her and Gus are always the ones to the rescue. It was that way with the Blight Industries fiasco, King's Tide. So, yeah.
Yeah. I can see that being a big one. I also can't see her saying no to a gift of a plant.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You just take a plant gift to her, and I think she'll be very thrilled with that. So,
exactly. Like it like when I was looking up the definition, like the gift giving thing, it has like meaningful, symbolic value over monetary value. So I think that fits her perfectly.
Yeah.
All right. So we're skipping around now because we want to cover Amity.
The one we forgot to add to the
I can't forget about her again. All right. Mosco, I swear to God, I will come over there. I will come over there.
I'm not sorry.
Ah, you wee little shit. Get on with it.
Oh my God. Really?
I'm going to get canceled for that.
Okay, that's where we're at. Awful Scottish accents by Americans. Okay. That's the level we've sunk to now. Love it.
Desperate for content.
It's additional. You have to pay extra for this type of content. So I think she really likes physical touch, but she's shit at giving it. So I think that's something that like she's ready to learn. I think especially when it comes to Luz. But I think you can see at each point, anytime Luz has gotten really close to her or like hugged her or whatever, that she just starts blushing. So I think physical touch is a big one for Amity. Big one, first one coming to mind. And I think what she likes doing is acts of service.
I agree. With the physical touch thing, I think she's not very great at giving it because she was kind of neglected. I can't imagine she got a lot of physical touch, especially once her father started getting more busy with making things for the Emperor. And Odalia doesn't seem like she would willingly touch her children with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. That's probably why the two of us are so fucking shit with physical touch as well, is because their parents were just not huggers.
I know. Like, what did I do? No, please don't come near me. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry.
The only time you come near me is to smack me. Go away.
Or to make me do push-ups. Please, no, not again. We're just trauma dumping casually.
Yeah, it's fine. It's therapy. It's free therapy session.
Exactly. You know what? Why pay for it?
Yeah.
No health insurance required here. There was another one. There's with her, I think words of affirmation, like mostly giving it, like she gives it to Luz a lot because Luz is always in her head thinking like she was responsible for the collector, you know, that they would stop being friends, or, you know, Amity was like going to break up with her because of the whole collector thing. And digital communication was actually part of it when I looked it up. And they're always on the phone with the Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a good one. They don't really have quality time because since they've been together, they haven't spent that much quality time on screen together. That hasn't been like life or death.
And let's face it, we're not going to get that like bloody mundane date in the human realm, are we? That mundane slice of life day ever.
Thanks,
we're not going to get that. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Disney.
Me
so
appreciate
much.
That. Yeah, thank you.
That might be it.
I think, to be honest, she falls under a lot of them, if not most of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the ones the most though.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, if we want to get into a conversation about how she fits each one of these, I'm always for it. Because you know me, I love Amity. I'm always happy to talk. You know me, when I'm happy to talk about something, I can go on for hours.
Really? I had never noticed that.
Mosco's a trooper, everyone. She listens to my ramblings every day.
So good. You listen to mine. We're fine. We're square. Fucking IKEA furniture.
The Mamma Mia tech support. Don't sing it. Don't
put it in my head, then. Stop putting it in my head. Oh God.
Okay. Acts of service for Amity. Making Luz the fairy pie.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works.
I'm like, there's something there. I gotta remember it.
Cooking for somebody is a definite act of service. That's a good way of showing that you care.
And they could fall under gifts too, because it has
That too.
it's not monetary value, it's more of what it symbolizes. Even though I don't think Luz appreciated it because it was kind of morbid, but
She couldn't really eat it.
yeah, she was like, oh.
Something like, yeah, I couldn't eat something that had that many toes, to be honest.
I don't blame her, honestly. Quality time. She spends a lot of time with Edric and Emera now that they've grown closer.
Yes, and she also hugs him as well. Like, we saw that in the most recent episode, where when she sees him again, they all hug as much as they can, with him being in his bandages.
In the full body cast. Looking like an actual gingerbread man, just walking.
That's why he's so funny. He's like, siblings.
I know.
So
Edric is so pure. I just love how they worked up that dynamic of not being able to stand to be in the same proximity as each other to literally embracing each other.
Mm-hmm.
I love that dynamic so much. Okay, I think we've been over all 5 of these for Amity. And then the last one I think we should end on is Raine.
I like this, yes. Raine.
Because Raine is adorable and I love them so much.
Yes, they are adorable. Quality time.
That's the biggest one.
That's my biggest one for them.
Yeah.
Just with the picnic. It wasn't really a picnic. It was them playing on their little hill, the bard music and stuff. I can just see quality time being really important to them.
Even when they, when the bats finished their mission, just spending that quality time with Eda, you could tell they were really enjoying their time. And it was just so sweet because it was like lovers reunited.
Yeah. They're so cute.
I would say acts of service is also another one because when Luz was stuck in the Emperor's mind, Raine and, Darius and Aberwolf, all helped to provide the spell for Luz to get back because otherwise Luz would have been stuck in there.
Yeah.
And Raine didn't want the recognition, which is why it was done anonymously. So that just means even more that they're doing it to help Eda than to get the recognition for it. And
also the fact that they went out of their way to try and keep Eda out of everything until, of course, Eda just got so involved anyway, but they were determined to keep her out of all of it because they wanted to protect her. So again, that could be seen as an act of service, that kind of protection thing.
Yeah, I think that's it, because we haven't seen that much physical touch with them. Gifts we haven't really seen, unless the spell could fall under that, but I think that more had a purpose than, than a gift would be considered. I don't know.
The gift of music. You wanted to be really cheesy.
I mean, we were all blessed with Eda's Requiem, so
we were. Yeah, you're right.
That was a gift. And words of affirmation, because Eda doesn't really need words of affirmation, and Eda's the only person we've really seen Raine interact with that much.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like that's the only reason that maybe in the last episode we'll get something. I don't know, but
I think we're all hoping for a Raine and Eda kiss in the last episode, aren't we?
If we don't get it, I'm going to march down to Disney HQ and protest.
We're all going to riot, I think. Right, good. Glad we're all on the same page.
It's going to be Stonewall 2.0. You don't know what Stonewall is, I don't think.
I've heard of it, but yeah, the reference was lost.
It was a gay uprising.
I love it.
All right, so that is going to be it for this video because it's been a while. Maybe we'll do a part 2 at some point. Who knows?
Well, if this video did really well, we were going to plan on doing more collabs in the future where we can figure our recording shit out and actually maybe record properly, but yeah. Definitely. If you guys enjoy this, let us know in the comments. We're more than happy to do it some more. Yes. Maybe next time I can come up with an idea and I don't have to piggyback off of Mosco. It's fine. I don't mind coming up with ideas. What did we say about the words of affirmation? I don't feel bad no matter how many times you tell me it's okay. It's fine. You do great at the things that you do great in. There we go. It's my really shit attempt at words of affirmation. You know what? They worked. There we go. Also, fun little comment discussion. Let us know what your love languages are. What do you like to give and what do you like to receive? Yeah. It'd be good to see if there's a majority actually in the comments. See if people have a lot of the same or a lot in common.
They need to add polls into the comments.
Please.
That would be amazing. Maybe I'll do a poll on the community tab and people can just vote there.
Oh my god, that's such a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to actually include a poll in my community tab where you can vote on what your love language is. Unfortunately, you could probably only vote for one at a time, so whatever one's your biggest one, vote on that. We're just curious to see what you guys come up with. But also feel free to leave it in the comments below and share why you feel certain ways about different love languages.
Yeah.
All that being said, the video's coming to a close, so go check out Mosco. Mosco, do you want to plug your stuff?
Yeah, we Laugh Reacts. Come and find me. I'm an idiot. I do reactions. That's my tagline. I'm an idiot and I react to shit on the internet. That's it.
Such a mood, honestly. Such a mood. And for me, all of my social media and stuff will be in the description as well as at the end of the video. Thank you guys so much. Remember to go check out Mosco's channel. If you don't know her channel, go check it out. Subscribe. She does awesome videos and does a lot more than me per week. There's a lot more videos up there. So
only for the time being. We'll see how long I can keep that up.
I have faith in you. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace.